What's up, Tritons? Thanks for tuning in to another episode of State of the Student Union. This week we have some events from HGH, HPS, CAPS, and the Rec Center every single day of the week. Here's George telling you exactly what they are. Take it away, George.
Hello, Zoomers. My name is George Wen, and I'm a wellness peer educator with counseling and psychological services at UCSD. I'm a second-year cell and molecular bio major, and my pronouns are he, him, his. I just wanted to share with you all today about some of our daily Zoom drop-in workshops, which are completely free, operate on a drop-in basis, and are a great way to interact with CAP psychologists, other students, as well as us, the wellness peer educators. You'll learn maybe some new general well-being skills or build and practice upon skills you may already know. So first off, Monday between 10 and 10:45 a.m. is Move Your Body, Tone Your Mood. This is a yoga and meditation session, which is led by Dr. Diana Kwa. It's one of our most popular workshops that leaves you with a sense of general well-being and peace. Tuesday between 3 and 4 p.m. Is Trends Care. You join to discuss strategies for self-care and mindfulness at home. Next is Wednesday between 11 a.m. and 12 p.m. This is the Wellness Wednesdays workshop. This is actually the workshop that I help co-host with other wellness peer educators. We discuss activities and ways to incorporate the 8 dimensions of wellness into your daily life. Thursday is called Trends Together. It's between 11:30 and 12:30, and this workshop discusses ways to stay connected even as we are physically distant. This workshop is led by Dr. Bartelma and WPEs. Finally, Friday is Relaxation Skills, which is led by Dr. Scott Hansen. This one goes over basic relaxation skills to help with daily anxiety. Detailed descriptions of all these workshops and also the Zoom links can be found on our Facebook and our Instagram at UCSDWPE. They can also be found on the CAPS website under groups. Again, these are a really great way to build community even this quarter. Thank you. Back to you, AM.
Thanks, George. If you haven't seen it already, make sure to check out our De-Stress Monday post, where we're talking about some healthy eating tips. Some upcoming events for this week from University Centers is Trivia Night on Tuesday, which will be Avatar: The Last Airbender themed. We have our first adulting episode on Wednesday, the art show on Thursday, where Alex will be demonstrating how to paint a hydro flask, and lastly, we're going to wrap up the week with the Loft Through Radio show on Facebook, which will start from 8 p.m. Make sure to follow our Facebook page at University Centers to keep updated with all the future events and also to see all the links that we will be posting. Now here's Avery to tell you a little bit more about the adulting series for spring quarter. Take it away, Avery.
Hi all, I'm Avery Guest. I work as the Senior Event Manager at University Centers Marketing and Programming, and I'm here to tell y'all about a little series that we're rebooting for this spring quarter called Adulting. Last spring quarter we had it, and it was a series of workshops that were here to teach students about skills they don't necessarily gain in the classroom, but are all the while super useful for the outside world once graduating. We had courses like car maintenance, nutrition, fitness, as well as credit scores, general finance, and lease breaking. So these are all skills that students found they couldn't learn in a classroom, and we wanted to give students the opportunity to prepare themselves for adulting in a way that the university hadn't. So we're going to also be bringing back that series starting this Wednesday. It's going to run weeks 3 through 10 and going to feature a lot of the same topics that we discussed previously. And all the while virtual, we will have opportunities for live Q&A with the professionals and adults that are going to be talking about these various skill sets. And we really hope that a lot of y'all take the time to learn about adulting and implement these skills in your future. So stay tuned with the University Center's Facebook for more updates about what these events are going to be looking like, and we will see y'all virtually.
Finally, I want to introduce you to Joey, the chair of the University Center's Advisory Board. Take it away, Joey.
Thanks, A-Young. Hi, Tritons. My name is Joey Mendoza. I am a fourth-year Marshall transfer student from Riverside City College, majoring in political science and minoring in urban studies and planning. I also hold the distinction of being your UCAB chair. If you don't know what UCAB is, that's totally fine. I didn't know what it did either until the end of my first year. UCAB stands for the University Centers Advisory Board, and the fastest and quickest way that I can explain to you what UCAB is and does is as follows. University policy states that whenever student fees are used to create a facility, there needs to be established a student-led Facilities Advisory Board to ensure the fair use of said fees. And don't worry, we'll get to those fees at the end of this video. Since it was established, University Centers Advisory Board has been a source of advocacy not just for UC San Diego students, but for our staff, faculty, visitors, and UC San Diego community that visit, play, and work within our facilities. Our responsibilities include such important items as setting the University Center's annual budget and recreational projects like setting up hammocks on the PC lawn. I want to emphasize again that UCAB is a student-led board. Out of our 19 voting members, 16 are from student representatives, including from the 6 colleges and several graduate positions. And while we're on the subject of members, I want to let you all know that last year UCAB voted to amend its charter to add representation from our transfer students and commuter students. That idea came from our student reps. And it's ideas like that why I think UCAB is so great, and also why I think UCAB is so important. I also want to take this moment to let you know that UCAB is still holding public meetings on Zoom. And I hope that as spring quarter continues, I can continue to visit with A. Young and you all to inform you about all of our important UCAB decisions. Now, I'm completely aware that there are a lot of questions and concerns about the continued collection of our university center's fees, and I want to take a moment to open a dialogue about that. You know, as a student, a Triton, and a soon-to-be graduating fourth year, I know that COVID-19 has created a lot of uncertainty and turmoil for us, and when I think about our university center's fees, I can't get past 2 important things. Firstly, UCAB and university centers believe that we will be able to sustain through this time of global pandemic and uncertainty and eventually return to some sense of normalcy. And second, I know that University Centers is still running, not just because of our professional staff, but also because of the efforts of our maintenance, custodial, and student employees. As someone who depends on financial aid, I understand the confusion and frustration about being charged for a fee for a facility that I'm no longer able to physically enjoy. But our facilities are just half of the story. Our fees really do ensure that we're able to keep our staff, not just professional staff, but our custodial and our student employees and maintenance employees employed so that throughout this pandemic, we can uphold the programming and facilities so that they're ready to go when this pandemic is over and the university is able to open its doors again. So basically, cancellation of our fees would cause an immediate cease in already in-process projects, but most importantly, it would cease employment for all of our staff, custodial and student and maintenance, and it would cause this huge immeasurable delay in our ability to get back and running once this pandemic is over. Personally, I am extremely proud of University Center's dedication to continuing to provide sources of employment, but not only that, but to continue their dedication to the programming that they've been delivering to students for over 50 years. Speaking of financial aid, University Centers has a return to aid component where we return a portion of our fees back to financial aid to support students in need. Last year, our return to aid totaled nearly $740,000, a deficit that right now I would not feel comfortable imposing on our students and our financial aid office. There is no way this introductory video could really address every single reason why the continued collection of our university center's fees is important, but what's important is that we open a dialogue. And I want to let you all know that I know as a queer person of color, placing faith in institutions is sometimes really problematic. But at the end of the day, I'm extremely proud of what UCAB and University Centers has continued to try to do for our student and UCSD community. Namely, things like this, the State of the Union and A. Young's effort to continue to provide positive programming and content. I really appreciate this opportunity to let me speak to you all and get to know you a little bit better. And I hope to see you all next week. Don't forget, we have weekly UCAB meetings via Zoom. If you go on our University Center's website, our meeting ID will be online. Thank you so much for this time. Stay safe and stay well. Bye, Tritons.
Thanks again for tuning in to this week's episode of State of the Student Union. See you all next week.